as the Saints head into the final stretch of the pre-trade deadline period, who are realistic trade candidates if the Saints sell or buy?
I would think don't sell. I mean, don't buy. But if they continue along the path that we've seen, like with the Alvin Kamara extension, the offensive line is still a candidate. I tried searching for who's out there, who's being talked about. The only name I came up with was Walker Little from the Jacksonville Jaguars, an offensive tackle who's still 25 years old, started for them last year, but then now is playing behind veterans. If they added a guy like that and they didn't pay a lot for him and they envisioned him maybe being part of next year's team too, that sounds reasonable. I mean, obviously they went after Devontae Adams. I don't think that means they were necessarily in the Amari Cooper and DeAndre Hopkins market. I think Adams was sort of a special case. It's an area that wouldn't shock me if they looked at it. I don't want to see any major investments in these positions, though. I mean, I've seen a couple of people talking about Max Crosby. I know you would love it if Max Crosby showed up as a Saint because he'd immediately be one of their best players. But
that'd be a great trade. Like if you're going to do it, like get a guy that's young and going to be part of your core forever. I'd be willing to invest a lot.
If it's more than just about this season, that's what makes it realistic.
I would be willing to invest a lot in him. Look, honestly, like not what I think they should do, what I think they will do.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be buyers. If anything, I don't think they're selling. I think they're looking to buy. I think they're making calls as we're sitting here right now, trying to acquire more talent.
What if they lose to the Chargers? Do they have to stop making those
I don't
calls?
think if they lose the Chargers, no, I don't think that changes anything. They'll just be more emboldened, I think at that point. If they lose both, then I think the conversation shifts. At that point, there's no talking yourself into anything. Like, it's probably over. It's time to move on. And I think they start selling maybe some assets off at that point. But I think that they believe that they have a team that they can build around and be good next year. Like, I'm telling you, that's what I think they think. Like, and I think that's how they're going to act. And I think, if we saw a trade for somebody today, I wouldn't be surprised by it at all. Like, I think that's the path that they're on. I think they're going to keep trying to add to this roster.
I mean, I'd feel a lot better about it if it was somebody that was supposed to be a part of next year's team too. That's a different conversation.
Yeah. But I think they're trying to do both.
Did the question say sellers as well? If the Saints sell or buy?
Yeah.
It's funny. We were talking about Marshawn Lattimore and Paulson Adebo as possibly guys that you would sell if you were selling. Before Adebo got hurt. It's less of a luxury now. I still never stop having the Marshawn Lattimore conversations if I'm the Saints. I mean, he's due $18 million next year, $18.5 million the year after that. Somebody else could spend that money on him instead of you while you're catching up on the cap, and he could actually give you, like, if I'm a contending NFL team, I give a second for Marshawn. It turns into a late second. Like, I can't believe those teams don't want to pay that after what he's put back on film again this year. So I'm still having those conversations if I'm them. But again, what we know about this team, what we've heard about this team, and now what we've seen from this team this week, they don't feel like they're sellers. So I'd be pretty shocked by that too.
I don't think they're going to do it.
Yeah.
I don't think they are. Look, I think the more people press on it, the more dug in they get on their position. Like, I just don't think they're going to. I don't think they're going to do it, honestly. Like, I don't see it. I don't see a trade happening. I think they're trying to win. I think they think they can win next year. I really do. And, I would be, if I was running the team, I would be making the calls on my, seeing what's out there for my guys as well. But I don't think that's what they're doing. I think they're looking to try to win. I really do. I mean, that's just my feel of it.
The trade deadline is 2 days after the Panthers game, so.
Yeah, a lot could change. You lose both those. Like I said, I think you have to at that point. But as it sits now, I don't think the Chargers game impacts anything. Could be wrong, but we'll see. Their moves to this point, says that they're trying to build this team and build it out for next year to be competitive again next year and try to make the playoffs.